Hey there, I'm Hammerhead, and today I'll be reviewing Super Mario Maker 2. Nintendo struck 2D Mario Gold with the original on the Wii U, but does this Mario Maker live up to the hype of the original? Let's find out. Roll the game! So, Super Mario Maker 2. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the first Mario Maker was like a huge deal for me. Like super huge. As in, I would write levels on graph paper before the game came out and then make them in the game. That's how into it I was. I was just so excited. The idea of making Mario levels was just so... It's just such a novel concept. Just such a cool idea. And I was super duper excited for their first Mario Maker. And this one, I was not as excited for. This one's cool. This one's very cool. I was not as hyped for it because it was not new, but I was still very hyped. Don't get me wrong. Still super duper excited. Just I didn't make levels on graph paper. And that's when I discovered like the first couple days playing it, I have really bad level maker's block. Like, I was just sitting there and I was like, okay, what level am I gonna make? And then I just had nothing. Just no ideas, nothing. I'd say, compared to the first one, this one has a lot less charm. This one, it's got a lot of really cool stuff. It seems like they're focusing on more of like a grounded approach, though. There's less, Mario doesn't have weird death sounds. There's no amiibo costumes, which is really sad for me, because that was one of my favorite things in the first one. There's no skinny Mario. There's just like a lot of just really weird things from the first one that just aren't here. But this is still really good. It's a very different thing though. It's like comparing the first Luigi's Mansion to Dark Moon. They're both really good in their own ways, but one of them is very different from the other one tonally. And that's what it feels like with this. I think I like Mario Maker 2 a whole lot, and I've been really having fun with it, making levels and playing them. In story mode we'll get into later, but that's a big thing. But yeah, there's just a lot of that charm missing. That's like my one problem with the game though, is that it doesn't have that feel of the original. But however, aside from that, the game is astounding. It is absolutely wonderful. A perfect sequel to Mario Maker, minus the whole charm thing. But it just takes what Mario Maker did with the level creation and just expands it on every front. Like, there's just more of everything, there's more stuff to do. There's so many options that it just makes me feel anxious. Like, I get choice anxiety from so much stuff to do. My one problem with the level maker, aside from amiibo costumes, that makes me sad because I really liked having them and I liked using them. I could play as Waluigi, and that was fun. I understand why they're gone, but it makes me a little sad. But my one problem with the level maker is 3D World is a separate one from the other ones, which I understand because it has really distinct physics and it'd be hard to compress that into the new Super Mario Bros. Engine like the rest of them. But it just feels more disconnected. Like, it feels weird having, like, at the beginning you either choose 3D World or the rest of them. And it just seems odd. And it's a lot less, like, relaxed. Like, I started making a level in 3D World, and, like, halfway through I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. So then I just had to rework the entire level. And that was not fun. So I just wish it was easier to choose between things. I can understand, but I just wish it had that consistency. Other than that, though, the game is amazing. The maker tools, great. I would recommend getting a stylus because I tried building a level with my fingers and it didn't go as well. But with a stylus, it just feels natural. So get a stylus, and for making, yeah, that's really good. You can, like, dress up your Mii now. That's one of my weird things that I love. I love Miis, and I love dressing them up. And it just makes me want another Tomodachi Life. Really. That's just what I want when I see Miis all dressed up and weird. But yeah, that's about it with that. It's just a cool thing. And story mode. We're going to talk about story mode now. It is wonderful. Just like, something about it whenever games just add story mode just instantly makes it like 10 times better for me. Like Mario Tennis Aces, like 10 times better just because it had that single player content. I love that. I just love that single player content. Even though the story mode is not long at all, but you just feel good doing it. Like, you're just like, oh yeah, this is stuff I can do on my own, anywhere. It's that sort of real Switch stuff. It's just really, it's really nice. It's nice to have story mode, and it's nice to do all that. And that makes me very happy. That makes me a very happy me. I am very happy when I play story mode. And story mode's full of a lot of that weirdness. Like, all the weirdness from Mario Maker 1 seems to be instantly poured into story mode. Like, they're just like, alright, no more weirdness in the actual game, let's put all the weirdness in story mode. Because there's like missions where you have to like carry rocks and like move Toad, and there's like a robot that comes out of the ground. I think that's a spoiler, but oh well, it's not that big of a deal. There's a lot of really cool stuff. There's a couple secret power-ups I'm not going to talk about in case anyone doesn't want to hear anything about them. But just know there are secret power-ups, and there's some really cool stuff that I really liked. But yeah, that's about all for my summary of Mario Maker. I think it's a really good game, and if it has a lot of really good things about it. If it just had that extra charm, then we'd be like perfect. But I still think it's really good. So, how does Mario Maker 2 fit on my weird review scale? Well, while it may not be as charming as the original, it's still a pretty darn good game, and I would definitely recommend it. So, what did you think of Mario Maker 2? Or, if you have it, what are some levels you made for it? Leave all responses and level codes in the comments below, and I'll try and check them out. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to make a level about Toad on the Moon.